Well, it happened again. Good afternoon. My name is Don, and this is Rooftop Trombone in the age of COVID-19, season number 5, day number 57. Notice, by the way, the new graphics. The graphics team went to work for season 5. Yeah, never mind. Anyway, I just did this whole show outside in direct bright sunlight, and sure enough, my phone died at some point. Now, I don't know how much of it you saw, but probably not all of it. So I'm going to start again. So anyway, my name is Don Bowyer. I am the Dean of the School of Arts at Sunway University in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It's really close through that wall and out on the other side of a theme park. And anyway, we've been in lockdown for 57 days. Although last week the lockdown was relaxed slightly, and the university is still closed to students. We won't have any students on campus until in the university until August at the earliest. We hope we can have in-person, face-to-face classes in the August semester. This semester we are teaching, and we're teaching online. All of my university colleagues have been working hard putting courses together and teaching them, and it is what it is. It's happening all over the world. Anyway, I'm going to play one piece for you today to celebrate the beginning of season 5. I wanted to do a couple of things. Number one, I wanted to bring this trombone back into the mix because I haven't played this trombone for more than a month now. It's been at the repair shop. Yes, I did find a repair that could take care of it and did a great job on it, by the way. The band store. Terrific repair job on a trombone that had a leak, and if you're interested, it had a very small leak. It's not important. Anyway, I got it back 4 or 5 days ago, and I've been playing it, trying to get my lip accustomed to this bigger one. It's a much bigger tenor trombone. For those of you who might be gearheads, it's a Con 12H, which in 1921, the 12H designation was used for a large bore tenor trombone, 547 bore if you're into numbers. Anyway, this is a horn from 1921 that was a gift, by the way, a wedding present for my wife and I. My wife doesn't play trombone, by the way. Anyway, a wedding present from a good friend, Royce. Thank you, Royce. I'm putting this horn to work today, and I'm so excited. In fact, if you didn't know it was cracked, I mentioned that. I've been taking great care of it. Anyway, I want to play a piece for you today that's a classical trombone piece with orchestra that I composed in 2007. And it's called Miss You Madly. And I composed it when a good friend and mentor of mine, Sue Kirkpatrick, was retiring. She had been dean of the College of Liberal Arts at the university where I taught music for a number of years, and she was terrific. She still is terrific. And Sue, I still miss you madly. But today, besides missing Sue, it occurred to me that this title fits the current situation because, as you may know, I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, but my wife is caught on the other side of the lockdown, can't come back to Malaysia until the lockdown ends. The lockdown's been 8 weeks. Actually, she was in the States for 2 weeks before that, and we got a feeling that things were not going to go well, and she changed her flight to come back early. Unfortunately, she was in the air when the border closed, and she didn't get to come back in. So there you have it. Sorry, my tablet went to sleep because I talk too much. Anyway, the last thing I want to say about this piece is a little history of it. When I composed this, it was still is meant to be part of an opera that years ago I was absolutely convinced I would finish one day. Now I still think I might finish it one day, but as I grow older, I've become more realistic. I may never finish this opera, but I'll tell you the story about it. It's if you know the Orpheus story from Greek mythology. Orpheus was the world's greatest musician. He played the harp or the lyre, depending on your translation. And his beloved Eurydice, for some reason, they were chasing each other through the woods on their wedding day. Go figure. Anyway, she stepped on or punched her finger on, I don't know. Somehow a poisonous thorn pricked her skin, and she died on her wedding day. And he was so broken and torn, and in fact went to great lengths, went into the underworld to plead with Hades, the king of the underworld, for her return. And that's the story is all about his efforts to get her back. Well, I decided to compose an opera in which the lead male role, Orpheus, was a jazz trombone player. And Orpheus is the trombone player in a nightclub band with Eurydice, his beloved, is the singer with the nightclub band. And they're playing in some Holiday Inn some Saturday night, and this really big name, big deal record executive comes in to hear, comes in for whatever reason. He hears the band, and he falls in love with Eurydice. And so he makes her an offer. He says, I will give you a contract. I'll make you a star, but you got to get rid of the trombone player because I can't sell a band with a trombone player in it. The rest of the opera is the trials that Orpheus goes in to try to win back his beloved. I don't want to, no spoilers tonight, today, or this morning, wherever you are, no spoilers. Anyway, so this particular piece is one that Orpheus performs, and remember, he doesn't sing; he's a trombone player. Do you remember Charlie Brown episodes? The adults, the parents, and the teacher. Whenever they spoke, all you hear is trombone, right? Well, in this opera, when Orpheus speaks, what you hear is trombone. So this is his aria where he's through the trombone lamenting his loss of his beloved. And of course, that means it's early in the opera. We don't know whether it has a happy ending or not. Sometimes in opera, the Orpheus story has a very sad ending, which I think was the original Greek mythology ending. Some opera composers, however, have made it into a happy ending. This is a story that's been used a lot in opera. Anyway, I've talked enough. Let me start the orchestra, and I hope you enjoy Miss You Badly. Thank you. That's Miss You Madly. And yes, I miss you, all of you madly. I miss you. I miss being out in the world. I think I mentioned yesterday, I miss having going to lunch or to dinner and having somebody else deal with the mess after. But I also miss people. I miss a lot of people, and I'm sure all of you do. It's frustrating, but this is where we are, and we're staying safe, and we will continue to stay safe. I hope you do. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. I'll be back tomorrow with something not so heavy. I know I can only do classical music occasionally, but every now and then it feels good, especially now that I have this horn that I love so much back in the rotation. So you might hear something at some point of this again. But tomorrow I'll be back with something else completely different. Hope you join me. Thanks. Bye.